braids made a heart. Hello everyone, my name is Ren. I'm so excited to film another video for you guys. I've been filming a lot of them recently, which has been really fun. I'm trying to be a bit more active on my channel, and I know some of you guys noticed, so thank you for noticing. Thank you. Oh my god, you know what this reminds me of? That scene, Pippi Longstocking. That scene from the Melanie Martinez, what's that album called? Wheels on the Bus? No, that's not the album. What is that? Oh, K through 12. I don't fucking know what song it is, but you know the one where she gets beat, her ass gets beat on the playground? She like floats up into the air and she's like, and her braids are like kind of floating all around in the air. Braids are pretty. Today we're gonna be doing a highly requested video. I feel like ever since I've shown Pullip dolls on my channel, so many of you have been like, we want to see the entire collection. And I'm like, same, I want to see it too. We're gonna be doing it today, bitch. 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 I went to the gym today and it was really fun, but I don't think I ate enough or something, or I didn't drink enough water because I almost fainted. I was like, I don't know why. I just have the feeling that I should say this because I feel like some of you, like someone watching this needs to hear this. If you're like a queer person, I feel like the gym feels like such a cishet thing. It's kind of scary and intimidating, and you imagine like these big juiced up like monkey cis men like all like, yeah. I feel like if you're not in the physical shape of like the beauty standard, I feel like it's kind of intimidating because I don't know, it can trigger insecurities and things, but the gym is not scary. My point, we're gonna cut it short. If you're afraid to go to the gym for whatever reason, and you've been wanting to or you've been thinking about it, just go to the gym. It's not scary, I promise. It's really fun actually, and it's like kind of, it feels like a very safe space. I suggest Planet Fitness. It's not scary, and you can do it, and you're worthy of going to said gym if you want to go to said gym. I'm gonna show you guys all of my Pullip dolls. I have them all up here. I fucking love Pullip dolls, you guys. I've been collecting Pullips for a long time. I discovered Pullips in like 2011 maybe. Ever since then, I've just been buying them. There's actually a lot of Pullips that I have owned but don't own anymore. I do have my favorites left over. I was doing this thing where I'd be like, oh, that Pullip's cool. Yeah, but is she like cool enough to where you like want to like actually spend the $100 something to have her? Yeah, that's a good point. I don't really know, but like she's cool. Well, how about you just buy it, and if you don't like it, sell it? You mean like give it like a trial? Yes, that's actually such a good idea. Serena, I know, I thought of it, and I'm her too. Okay, that's what went on in my brain. So I would like buy some and I'd be like, ooh, she's gorgeous, she's staying, I love her, I feel connected to her. Or if I was kind of like doif, I would just like get rid of her, you know? It's kind of fun because then you can kind of like experiment and see which ones you like if you're on the fence about anything. look at her. When I got back into collecting Pullips in 2018, the reason why was because of this bitch. She is the most beautiful, immaculate doll I've ever seen in my fucking life, dude. I just love the contrast of like this real warm toned, like, I mean, her hair's just straight up like gold. You know what I mean? It's not even blonde, it's just like the color gold. The contrast of that with the white, like very, very pale gray, dead skin, and you know, the red eyes, it's just like, it's so mesmerizing. And she has this really beautiful like Renaissance-esque dress, and look at these fucking sleeves, dude. She has this little like kind of like bump to her hair. She has this veil and she has all of this hair, and she has these little like high heels that do not fit her at all, like not in the slightest bit at all. They don't fucking fit. If you did not know, Pullip dolls have a mechanism in the back of their head, well, inside of their head, and they can blink and they can move back and forth. See? She's like, what? They look like they're uncomfortable in a conversation, and they're like, she is probably to this day still my favorite, and I recommend her immensely, although she is discontinued and sold out. Her name is Elizabeth, but I renamed her Jane because she reminds me of Dakota Fanning in Twilight very immensely. And my middle name's Jane. Did you guys know that? So I'm gonna show you this one next because she is from the same line and collection as Elizabeth that I just showed you. So she's also a vampire, and this is one of the few dolls that I have. That's what they're called. And in contrast to Pullip, they're just shorter. They're more like juvenile and childlike, and they have this really, really cute little grumpy kind of like, I'm trying to make, we don't look like dolls, okay? She's so cute, and she also has this really immaculate dress. Her name is Ende, I think it's Ende. And she just, I love anything like Victorian Renaissance. Well, I think this one more has a Victorian essence to her with this hat and the cape and this style of dress, but I think that the other one kind of has like a Renaissance. And she has these little like these red witchy boots and little flowers, and she has immaculate hair. I mean, fuck. I love these like real tight sort of Victorian ringlets. I think they're so beautiful, and her eyes are very interesting. She's got some sparkles in them. She has a big bat on her fucking head and a midnight dance-esque rose around her neck. She's very new. I think this is the newest Pullip that I've received. I really like her. The next Pullip doll that I have to show you is Sila, and this doll was my holy grail Pullip doll. I really like her hair. This is actually an extension piece, like this little like top layer of the curls. Her hair reminds me of like synthetic toddlers and tiara like hair extensions or something. She is so beautiful. She has two different colored eyes, and look at her eyebrows. They're like these really soft, faint little like, she's worried or something. She has little pink streaks in her hair, but it's very faint, and she has this immaculate, beautiful dress. It's just like so many layers. She has some bloomers. She has these little ballerina-esque like platform shoes, like fuck. And she has this like little bonnet headband. The reason why I like her so much is because she reminds me of the character called Freya from Chobits, which was my first anime I ever saw when I was 10. Still one of my favorites to this day, but yeah, this is Sila, and she was so fucking expensive when I was trying to get her, but then they re-released her and I got her for the normal price. But I think she's sold out again, so she's like jacked up in price now, but highly recommend her. Like genuinely, of all the Pullips in my collection, you should get this one. I'm always a bit hesitant to touch and pick this one up because she's just so incredibly fragile for some reason. Oh, she's getting dusty. Oh my god, there's fucking cobwebs on her. Ew. I'm sorry. This one is probably the most interesting one in my opinion. And she's very underrated. I feel like a lot of people don't really like talk about her, but this one is called, I swear their names are so interesting sometimes. She's called Myrrh or Mir. It's spelled M-I-R, so I always just call her Myrrh. Myrrh. She doesn't look like a myrrh to me. I feel like she should have something more like extravagant, but she is just so interesting. I love all of these different like tassels. It reminds me a lot of like The Nightmare Before Christmas, like the stripes, and like there's like some plaid pieces, and the red and the black is so jarring. And then she has these beautiful like kimono, like gothalized, what the fuck? Never release your prisoner with a lying heart. Very beautiful like kimono-esque sleeves, and there's like some spider webs, and she has this really beautiful hair. I actually put her hair in a bunch of different braids just because it was really like dry. I got her secondhand because she's really expensive. But she has these pretty ones in the front and these little like flower decorations that you stick through, and there's actually some scripture on her eyes. And she's obviously like meant to be like a gothic sort of geisha, but she's definitely a ghost. I read that she's inspired by this sort of Japanese folk tale, or maybe it's Korean folk tale, of this like woman who haunted this river, and she was like a geisha who died, and then she haunted a river or something like that. Gotta look back into it. But she also has this really interesting headpiece, and this is actually all hair that's wrapped around it. She's definitely the most like mysterious of my Pullip dolls. She has a very like calm, silent energy. Like I feel like she is just dead silent, you know? She's just like. Also, look at her fucking shoes. I was surprised to see those. I love it. So underneath her very ominous, mysterious attire, she's like, yes, she's slaying. So this next one is called Midnight Velvet, and she was another one of my Grail dolls that happened to be re-released, so thank the fucking lords that she was. This is Midnight Velvet. I love her makeup so much. I love the little pops of yellow because they really contrast with all of the gold accents on her immaculate fucking like medieval Renaissance gothic purple princess dress. Like she's very interesting. I think she's actually very much inspired by Maleficent, the villain from my favorite Disney film, Sleeping Beauty, which is another reason why I wanted to get her. And she has like really, really soft hair, and it's really nice. And it's kind of like this deep wine color. Actually, my friend Kevy, hi Kevy, I love you. He recently just got his first Pullip doll, and he chose Midnight Velvet to be his first doll, and I was just like, yeah, because she's just such a good choice. So you have supreme taste. So please check out his social medias. He makes really beautiful custom dolls and doll photography, and he's really cute, and he can do the Britney Spears Slave For You dance spot on. So I mean, fuck. She's just, I mean, do I even have to fucking say anything? Like, fuck. She has some little like mini petty dress, some stockings, and some funky shoes. I feel like my Pullips are kind of put into different sections. All of the ones I just showed you are kind of like my dark, like gothic themed, creepy Pullips. And then now I have like more like fashion oriented-esque ones, or like early 2000s era Pullips. So she's kind of like a transition. A lot of people actually don't like this one when they look in my collection, but I don't know what it is about her. She's just so like organic looking, and I love this specific hair color. It almost looks slightly green. It's like the color of like tree bark or something. But her name is Blanche, and she's just kind of like this ethereal like woodland bride. And she has a very pretty like simple little dress, and I just think there's something really stunning about her. And I always thought she was fascinating, and she's very underrated too. And I love like her dark green eyes. You can tell like the makeup style is a lot different than the ones I just showed you. It's just a lot more like subtle and like less like realized, I suppose. I feel like once they hit like 2010, they really started to get the hang of making them look like really immaculate. So I feel like she looks kind of like a little funny, but I love her. Yeah, I don't know. I like her. I think she's beautiful. Let me know what you guys think of this one specifically, because a lot of people just don't seem to really get it. I don't know. Okay, just get a look at her with this polar bear rug on her head, because it's gonna fall off. Yes, as I predicted. This is one of my most recent Pullip dolls. And let me tell you, I am so enamored with this doll. I think she's so cute, and she has some really nice ass hair. Like, look at it go. It's just so dark and beautiful. I imagine she's native because she's wearing this outfit, but also I don't know because she's like extremely pale. I don't know. In my head she is, because she's wearing this like native-esque outfit, a native winter attire. I imagine like a, you know, a native girl like in the winter time, but she's going through her like edgy like emo phase, so she's all like goth and like, I don't know. I think it's a really interesting combination. Her name is Chill, and she's also one of the older ones, if you can tell by her face. But she has these really beautiful, her eyes are like the same color as a smoky quartz. They're kind of like a grayish brown. I love the really pale, like slight silver eyeshadow she has, and this little like bang in her face and these braids, and she has all this fur going on. And her shoes are really weird though. Like, what the fuck is that? I wish they were cooler, but she has these little tassels. And yeah, so she comes also with this polar bear rug that she's meant to stand on. But I thought it looked really cute on her head. So I had it like, you know, up here. And I really like this like 2005, 6, 7 era. I think that they're really beautiful. And she just has like, I mean, God, like, yeah, this is Chill. Oh my God. Okay, this one is really special because back in like 2009, 10, 11, on the like Pullip community on YouTube, people would make like Pullip music videos and, you know, reviews and unboxings. And this doll, this is Pullip Nina from 2006. She was like the it girl. And I know some of you people who are interested in Pullips will know what I'm talking about, but she was just like the muse of all Pullips. Like, everybody used her in their photography. She was like the main character kind of vibes, and she was really expensive for a long time. I think what it is just that they're all so conceptual, and she's just so like human and like normal. She's just like a schoolgirl, and she has like this really cute kind of like slightly seen like just brown hair, and it's such a pretty color, and she has a really sweet face. I always loved her orange lips and her orange like eyeliner, and she comes with these little clips, and this is her little outfit, and look at these little charms on her bag, her little cell phone, and her little shoes and socks. Like, she's really special. I wanted her so bad as a child, but she was so expensive. And recently I saw her on this website. She was only $100 in box. So I finally was like, oh my God, childhood dream coming true. I'm gonna have Nina, and now I do. So I'm very grateful. And I love her. I think she's definitely one of the cutest and one of the most special dolls. So many of you guys and so many people on Instagram, on my TikToks, where you can see my dolls in the background, or if I'm showing them off, everyone's always like, who the fuck is that? I know, she's so pretty. So this one is one of my favorites. Like, she's like top 3 for sure. So this is Pullip Naoko. Obviously you can tell she's wearing a Bratz shirt because I just thought that the top she came in didn't really like match the vibe. Harajuku inspired skater girl, and she's just really interesting. The contrast of like this white skin and like the pops of red and pink, and look at these fucking fat pants with the patches and the little pink buttons, and there's like this tassel hanging, and she has pink leg warmers and pink sneakers and this really cute little bag. I feel like it's inspired by like the Skull Animals, and she has these cute little gloves, and her makeup, if you can tell, is actually a lot different. So she was a collaboration with some artist, and this face up is kind of in the vein of like the artist style. And I love the little like whites that were drawn in the inner corners, and if you can tell, her lips are a little bit bigger than normal. They're very like, she's got big lips just like mama. Just kidding. I love the way that you can like piece her little bangs. She's so cute. Also, look at her fucking eyelids. Black eyeshadow on, so nice contrast with the white hair. Guy like it. I think I opened her on my channel too, so if you want to go see it. And if you look really close, she actually, you can't really see it, but she has blush and the little anime like cheek lines, and she has really faint little freckles. You can't really see it, but it's there. This one I actually customized, if you can tell. I completely repainted her face and her eye chips and her eyebrows, and I added all these decorations on her face. But this is Pullip Papin, and this is her original outfit, and she is just like top tier. Like, she and Nina are best fucking friends. She's just this like really flouncy, funky ass, rainbowed, like candied girl. Like, look at that little strawberry charm. And I love this green and this orange together and this bag. And she has all these different little like gloves going on here, if you can see. And she has jewelry and this big ass like dangling earring. And she has that like cotton candy mohair, and it's a very seen and like layered, and I have this little Bratz clip in it. And she has all these stockings and these shorts and these shoes, and she's so immaculate. Her face kind of just was very like simple before. I felt like she was a good one to try customizing because I felt like she needed a real interesting face to go with her interesting look. She's one of my favorites. I really like how she turned out. This is Pullip Kiyomi, and she's a very coveted Pullip doll. A lot of people really like her, and I feel like she's kind of one of the like main ones, if that makes sense. But she's just this very like pastel, sleepy looking, big furry bunny hat girl. There's a lot of Pullips with big like animal hats. And this is all plush, and there's wire in these ears, and there's little stars, and she actually has glitter in her eyes, and she has this really pretty like golden tone of blonde underneath the top, and this like fuzzy jacket, and this really immaculate layered dress, and little terry cloth panties and slippers and socks. Like, she's just so cute. I normally don't really like dolls like this, to be honest, like very kawaii, like pastel type dolls, but something about her though is very enchanting. Here we have my other Kiyomi, who I got recently. And this is actually the original Kiyomi. So this is what she actually looks like. The other one is a variant. I think I like this one better. But I have both. So they're kind of like twins or sisters, more like twins, but yeah, so this one's coloring is different. She's a bit more pink and a bit more purple than blue, and her eyes are like these glittery golden eyes, and she has like blonde underneath her, like light brown hair. And I really like this jacket a lot more, and I don't know, like it's the same doll, but just the colors are all very different. And she has this little scarf that she's holding. She's just so like warm and comfortable. Like, don't you just want to like squeeze up against her face? Yes, I love her. I would highly recommend this one too if you're into these more like kawaii-esque dolls. These are my Sailor Moon Pullips, and this is my other doll that I own. This is Sailor Saturn, who I also have a review of on my channel if you want to see. But isn't she so cute? She's so grumpy. These Sailor Moon ones are cute. I used to own all of them actually. Fuck. But I sold it down. I only have 4 of them left, including this one. And this was another one of my grails because I feel like all Sailor Saturn merchandise is always really overpriced, but she was sold out for a real long time, and they just so happened to re-release her too. They literally re-released all 3 of my grails, like Midnight Velvet, Sila, and Sailor Saturn. Like, I was like, bruh. Her outfit's so cute, and I love her shoes, and she's delightful. And I love Sailor Saturn. She's probably my favorite Sailor Scout. Well, along with Pluto and Jupiter. I don't really want to get my Sailor Moon Pullips down, you guys. So I'm just going to show you them up close. Is that okay? Who cares? You guys don't fucking care. So these ones are really high up, like if you can't tell. I know they're like literally just slightly higher than those, but I just don't want to get them down. They're just like fragile, I feel like. But these are my last 3 Pullips. I have my Sailor Moon Pullips. So I have Human Luna, who was actually the first Pullip that I got when I got back into them, besides Elizabeth. Because when I was little, I feel like realizing that I wanted to present a lot more femininely than I was when I was little, or like how I was expected to present, was that Sailor Moon Hearts and Ice film where Luna, like the cat, turns into this Princess Kaguya of the Moon. And this is the Pullip doll they made of her, and I always wanted a doll of her, so when I saw that they made a Pullip of her, I was like, bruh. And she's so cute. Like, I love her so much. She has this little like thing on her foot. She has real nice hair too. This is Princess Serenity. She's just a must. I mean, she's so immaculate with like her hair pieces, and she has her little moon wand and her face and her tendrils and her beautiful ass dress. And it has like this lace section underneath it, and these are really cute little shoes. She is a must-have if you're a Sailor Moon fan or you want a Pullip doll. Like, she's so beautiful. Dark Lady, who is also a really interesting character, and I think they really nailed this doll. Her face does look more like slightly angry, which I think is cute. And her outfit is really lovely too. Her shoes are kind of funky. I don't know if you can see them in there, but they're funky. Yeah, love. So yeah, I suppose that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. I really liked making this video. I think it was really delightful and fun and cool. My Pullip dolls are real special to me, and they mean a lot to me, so it's really cool to be able to share them with you guys. And please let me know which ones are your favorites, and if you have any Pullip dolls, and if you don't, would you buy one? And which one would you buy? And do you like them? Hug. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video, okay?